A very good evening to you, and a warm welcome to the press conference on Silverbirds Rhythm 93.7 Jos. This is a show that, of course, has you talking on the major developing issues within the polity. Journalists are here. We unpack the issues in such a passionate manner, and of course, we give you insight to all that you need to know. So, welcome to the show. It's Tuesday's edition. My name is Samson Omale, and it's good to be here.
Good evening, I'm Okandi Ode.
The usual suspect.
It's good to be back with you.
It's here. Okay, good to see you again. How was the weekend, by the way? Even though today is Tuesday already,
very busy.
Okay. All right. The story making the rounds all over the place was the fact that today was going to be the judgment delivered by, the hearing of appeals and all that at the Supreme Court involving the ADC and the PDP. Now, what we're getting from the Supreme Court is that hearing of those appeals has now been moved to April 22nd. When I read the story just before we got on air, I told myself, ADC and PDP are skating on thin ice because they are dangerously itching towards a point where if the Supreme Court rules in their favor, they have very slim chance, or not chance now, the timing they have in order to get themselves together to prepare for their convention and of course to do all they need to do to get them to be legally positioned to contest the 2027 elections will literally be in jeopardy. But as we're speaking also, we're beginning to also see reports coming from Abuja of the purported ADC convention where members of the party were being chased being flogged, they say, by security personnel because the ADC, they say they were going ahead with their convention. Now, this is where it is, but let's take it in bits. And I said, that's my own thoughts. I don't know what your own thoughts are. My thoughts are that if the Supreme Court rules in their favor, I'm looking at the time they have in order to get themselves together. I'm thinking that it will be very difficult for them to pull through anything tangible ahead of 2027 election. And by so doing, I think that the beneficiaries, obviously the APC, would have been celebrating and coasting home.
Well, I want you to disclaim and denounce the word you have just used to, a short while ago, that there is a purported APC Congress. ADC Congress going on in Abuja today. To say that I think it is a purported ADC convention is for you to sound like one of the spokespersons of the government that is doing everything to frustrate the activities.
Yes. No. Let me correct that first. Let me correct that before you go ahead. So
that's why I said issue a disclaimer.
Before I issue a disclaimer, what I'm saying is that there are different factions of the ADC. There are different factions of the ACA. There's a Nafiu Gombe-led faction. There's a David Mark-led faction. So, if a convention is going on, it's not the purported convention. By who? By which group now will be claiming that convention? And that's in the light that I use those words. How can I be sounding as a spokesperson for the party? You see, that's the problem. You are back here now, and as the usual suspect that you are already rocking the boat, even before we get the show started. It's not fair.
No, the boat is not rocked.
It's rocked. You are rocking it already.
No,
you knew exactly what I meant by that.
Always be on sound footing.
But from what I've explained to you now, am I not on sound footing?
Well, I think a convention went on in Abuja because if actually there is a Nafiu Bala Gombe faction, or if there is any other faction, the kind of fright that the status quo, that officialdom showed, leading to intimidating the owner of the property that was used to host that convention. Up to the frustration by yesterday night of trying to get the owner to get them to call off the convention or looking for elsewhere to host. All those things wouldn't have been there if fear on the part of the government or the ruling party is not there. So I believe by those actions, even the ruling party knows that there is no, or the ADC has no opposition, and it is the authentic ADC that came out today to hold its conference. But I don't really know, you started by mentioning the issue of what the PDP and the ADC were to expect from court today. And you expressed fear of their lateness, depending on what they get from the court.
That's right.
Yes. The court has fixed April 22nd for the determination of those matters. Now, the Supreme Court is a policy court. It will also want to determine or take a position by gauging the mood or the pulse of the nation. A lot of Nigerians are waiting, majority of Nigerians are waiting for the outcome or whatever will be the verdict of these cases from the Supreme Court. So the court itself has to be careful in order not to stake its own integrity. And ultimately, if they get judgment that is in tandem or is in sync with the emotions of Nigerians, it is Nigerians that will decide on election day who is late or who is early in time. It's Nigerians that will decide. So what I will say is, let's wait for the judge. Let's wait for April 22nd, and that we hope Nigerians will win. It's not ADC or PDP. It's Nigerians that will win from that court.
Yeah, but Mr. Ode, I'd like you to speak as someone who know the antecedents of how this thing works in Nigeria. You are sounding very, very optimistic, and I'm surprised.
Okay, let us introduce this elementary economic maxim, ceteris paribus.
Yes.
All things being equal. It's on that hope, it's on that basis,
Better put.
it's on that expectation that I said what I said.
Okay.
All things being equal.
Okay.
Given the ideal situation.
Okay.
Given a government that is not frightened, that decides to allow a level playing ground. You understand me? Given a government or a regime that chooses or tries to be less authoritarian, dictatorial, and selfish than what we are experiencing. Yes, it's from that premise that I spoke.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Ode. As we speak now, the ADC convention is going on live. Albeit what I purported allegedly, where the convention is going on live right now, and this very interesting man who is an article person is speaking right now at the convention, and I think it would be good for us to just take excerpts of what's going on at the ADC National Convention. Let's listen up.
Party and indeed the ADC. But what I want to remind them of is that even if there is no living human being in Nigeria, and we bring a corpse in a coffin and put him against President Tinubu, I assure you that that corpse will win the elections in 2027. So any attempt to intimidate or to frustrate us, we must stand and say no. It is only our no, and it is only our resilience, our boldness, and our courage that will deliver us from these mafioso people in government. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Alhaji. From 1 minute, you took 3 minutes, but that's allowed, sir. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we have another big fish in the house. And I'm glad to announce that one of the new catches of the ADC is from the very, very important state of Kano, a gentleman who has run for governorship on the platform of this party before. Join me to welcome Alhaji Gawuna. You're welcome, sir.
Alhaji Gawuna is here, former deputy governor. We also have Senator Khalid Ibrahim from Soba, from Zone C in Kaduna, and my brother, and by the grace of God, the next governor of Kaduna State, Honorable Isa Ashiru, is also here in the hall.
Thank you very much. So while we are at it, I understand that we can now give a voice to the Southeast. And the former governor of Imo State, Chief Achike Udenwa, I understand is here. Are you here, sir? Yes, please. Please put your hands together for Chief Achike Udenwa.
Okay, so that's live from the Rainbow Convention Center in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, where the ADC convention is going on. The person we heard why we joined that convention live was Buba Galadima.
Buba Galadima.
Yes, Buba Galadima was the one that spoke, and he had some very unkind words there. You can expect such kind of words to come up during the party's convention and all of that. So, but somehow, Mr. Odi, the convention is ongoing, or is currently on the way.
Look, I'm very happy.
You are happy.
Look,
you are happy, Mr. Odi.
Yes, what I'm talking
You are very happy.
Allow me to talk.
I'm not saying you should not talk. It's just that what you made was a bit surprising.
So far, what has been going on does not have the semblance of democracy. Though democracy, that is, has been compromised. We've been having a process of autocracy unfolding, and it's, threatening to proceed like a roller coaster to a certain end that will not be favorable to the interests of Nigerians and to the aspirations of Nigerians. That is why I salute the resilience of these ADC people. I salute their courage that today, because the world is watching, yes, the world is watching, that an alternative party is trying to provide, the space for Nigerians to have the opportunity to express their feelings, their wishes, their aspirations, and other things. We cannot have a situation where people use the paraphernalia of power to deny Nigerians of what is supposed to be their entitlement. At a time that good governance is not guaranteed, security is not guaranteed, the economy is faltering and fumbling and falling by the day, everything doesn't seem to be working, and if you go to the left or to the right or to the you go to your front or backwards, it's like there is a spiritual attack from all directions. There has to be alternative. Nigerians need to express themselves, and that if the state is the present regime and its party has confidence in itself, yes, it should allow all those who are interested in participating in the race to come out. Let us have a marathon. Let the winner, the strongest person, emerge from there. And the strongest in this context will be the person that Nigerians have accepted, that Nigerians have shared his or her views or her dreams, that Nigerians have shared a manifesto with him, or whose manifesto has identified with the peculiarities that have been threatening Nigeria and the aspirations deriving from those peculiarities that Nigerians have not seen.
All right. Something a bit disappointing for me was that, which is not something I think that should be encouraged or should be supported, was the way the ADC weren't allowed by any means to hold this convention by way of government denying them spaces that is owned by all Nigerians, right? I mean, they asked for the usage, requested for the usage of the Eagle Square, and they were denied. And the FCT minister came to say there was nothing like that, only for the ADC to publish the acknowledgement letter to his office, that indeed they had written to his office and of course had sought for the request to use the place. They went to another place where they sought to use another government for the velodrome, the Moshood Kolawole Abiola's stadium in Abuja. They were also denied. And then also they went for some also big spaces, privately owned big spaces in Abuja, and the owners got threats that if they allow this to go on, they will revoke their licenses and all of that, and but eventually settled in to this particular center now, and what we're seeing now is that this is going on. But again, my concern is that after all of this, the court should not speaking for the court, is that we shouldn't have a situation where all of this will be nullified, and then have a situation where the Zamfara episode will happen, where they say because again this was not properly constituted. Even the case of the PDP, where it happened here in PLATEAU, they will bring up anything close to that, and then this will nullify all the process going to. So I think the story we must emphasize is that the judiciary has one more chance.
Good. That was why when I spoke, I said the Supreme Court as a policy court has to be very, very careful. It must gauge the pulse of the nation. the emotions of the people, and she will understand that a lot of Nigerians are waiting for this judgment. You understand me? It should balance the pulse of the nation, you know, the emotions with the people against the tendencies of this authoritarian regime that is unfolding. It is very important.
Yeah, so it's so critical, because if the court, for whatsoever reasons, and you've not failed to disappoint us in time past in similar judgment, I dare say that. I mean, you look at, and let's not get into that, but the specifics of the judgments are there. You know, the court has a responsibility now, just as you rightly said, to reinvent itself with these judgments, especially to give a bit of life to the opposition. But at the point at which we are now,
it's not giving a bit of life to the opposition.
yes,
It's giving a breathing space to the entire Nigerian population. You also have to join to look at the mood, to gauge the pulse of the nation, how Nigerians are feeling. Nigerians are seeking ventilation because already they are sequestered and sequestrated by the tendencies of this administration.
you say I should join them.
Join yes.
I'm already in Nigeria.
That is what I'm saying. So you should not be talking of giving space to the opposition.
No, in this case, opposition.
Let them give space to us.
No.
We the people.
Mr. Ode, the people in court are not the people. We the people.
No,
the
I'm calling on the court. I'm calling on the court to provide ventilation.
And both of us are not members of this party.
No, we are Nigerians. As it is now, it is not just parties that are suffering.
Yes.
Nigerians are suffering generally. They are suffering bad politics. We are suffering banditry, insurgency, kidnapping, hunger, poverty, landed.
These two shall pass.
Amen.
Yes, these two shall pass.
Yes.
And I want to encourage Nigerians not to give up and not to let go. Now, the story is trending all over the place. It's number one on the news log now. If you check most of the newspapers, radio and television websites and all that, they are talking about Senator Godswill Akpabio, President of the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, GCON. Now, he gave an interview and is rocking the whole place now. He's saying this current state of insecurity that has claimed the lives, emphasis mine now, of generals, senior members of the Nigerian military, says it's because of the elections, forthcoming elections. And went further to say, Mr. Ode, that 2 weeks after the elections are concluded, these attacks, killings, and all that I was saying will cease.
Did you hear what you said?
It's not what I said.
No, that is yes.
I don't understand.
Is that exactly what he said?
Exactly what he said. Exactly. If you want me to read the context so that I will not be putting him out of context,
yes,
I'm willing to do that, Mr. Ode. And for the sake of this discussion, let me not be caught by paraphrasing or any this, because what we're about to say is very serious, and because of the serious nature of it, I'll just backtrack and pull up the statements credited to Senator Godswill Akpabio, President of the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, who today did mention that the reason why we're having insecurity in Nigeria is because of the forthcoming general elections, and that 2 weeks after that, we should expect that this state of insecurity should end. Okay, so part of the exit, people are sponsoring insecurity. I'm quoting now. So the president of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, claims that, quote, people are sponsoring insecurity in Nigeria as the 2027 general elections inch closer. Now, he said this during the National Nigeria Revenue Service headquarters in Abuja today. And he went on to say, I'm quoting, that as soon as the election is over, watch out for the first 2 weeks. You won't hear any bomb blasts because people are sponsoring to distract. End of quote.
That's a very tendentious talk.
It's not malapropism in this case.
No, it's not close to that.
Yes.
You see, it's just that we lack who to hold the government responsible or accountable for us. from this statement, that means he knows those who are causing the insecurity.
Inferably.
And then he is not deploying the security agencies, directing them or deploying them properly to go and arrest these people. So he is the cause of why these soldiers and the generals are dying. When you know the location of these people, and then you allow the soldiers to take the wrong route and go and step on landmines and bombs that will explode and kill colonel, kill 6 soldiers and others. And he's coming to assure us that 2 weeks after the elections,
Yes.
The insecurity will end. So people should put up with this massive dying from banditry insurgency. It's assuring us that throughout from now till next year, people should expect to be dying. So who will vote in the election? Who will be alive in the election to see the end of insurgency?
So are you not inferring to extreme?
No. What kind of extreme? Look,
Not to extreme.
you are talking about the number 3 man in the country.
That's right.
He's
Who also gets security briefing.
been fond of this kind of a thoughtless talk, at very critical times. This one is not only thoughtless,
Are you sure it's not thoughtless?
it is not only thoughtless, it is reckless. This is to somebody who is supposed to be apologizing to Nigerians for all these deaths, from banditry, from this and that, this soldier and the rest. And then you are promising people death on the eve of election. And this one is very dangerous. People will be running in different directions because he has not called names. So you don't know which direction to go. Anywhere you go could be as bloody, could be as deadly as anything. And he sits down there, he left that place very proudly, and he calls himself Senate President. Though you see again, we don't even have a house. Because this speech should have been subjected to thorough examination by the same Senate. It is sufficient for me to recommend for the mental stability of somebody to be examined.
But Mr. Ode, I'm
For psychiatric balance.
I'm surprised you are talking like this. This is a man
how will somebody? What are you talking?
No, the
people
man
are
is saying,
preparing for elections,
how can you
and
say,
you are telling them that guns are waiting in different directions. There are bombs, there are knives everywhere. That people will be dying indiscriminately until 2 weeks after election.
Mr. Ode,
You expect that person to be trusted?
Mr. Ode, the information he has, do you have it?
No, that is what I'm saying.
So I can't say it's psychological. It's not psychological. It's on the matter of fact. He may have the fact before him. So it's not about testing his mental state or whatever. The man is telling you that this is the reason. He may have reports. He may have everything to his. You are saying that he has his mental state.
He has information.
No, yes, and that's why he's looking to the information.
He has information given his vantage position as Senate President.
Very well.
And Chairman of the National Assembly.
Very well.
How has he used the information to deploy security to the good governance and safety of Nigerians?
That one he didn't tell us.
Remember that we are talking about all this since this regime came into power. These common people have been dying, not National Assembly people, not Senate President. People have been dying, soldiers have been dying, including as we are talking, maybe they have not even buried the latest victims and the rest. And then you say you have this information. You continue to use it against the populace, against the Nigerian people you have sworn to serve. And that they should expect and hope to keep dying and be ready. Sometimes die, that is, they will die and miss. Nobody will find their bodies until 2nd week after elections. So, should Nigerians run out of the country, even if you want to run out of the country, where will you pass that there is no landmine?
2 things for me, Mr. Ode, from the statements of the President of the Senate. 2 things. One is that, because he's a very brilliant man.
Brilliant? What is brilliant?
Wait, just a minute. Just hold on.
I don't understand.
Hold on. He's brilliant because if he's not brilliant enough, he was an uncommon governor with uncommon transformation in. Wait. Just let me land. With uncommon transformational agenda, built an uncommon hospital, uncommon football stadium in this country that even the rest, even your own your own states, the Nigerian state couldn't build. He built all that. The Super Eagles are enjoying that up to today. You go to the roads infrastructure. He did all of that. If a man is not brilliant to think, how many state governors who were his peers did what he did in this state, even those who had more money than him? Anyway, that's a question for another day. That's number one. Then number two is that wait. Let me land so that you not misconstrue what I'm about to say. Wait.
Don't override my schedule.
No, I won't. So now, Apirl may be speaking from a point of having understudied previous elections and previous
election. What we finish
previous
2023?
Wait now.
Did insurgency end?
You know, wait now. I'm going
in the state here, didn't we start this administration with running up and down in Bokos, Mango, and the rest?
Can you allow me land? Let me land, please.
So land properly.
Yeah, I'm going to land. You are making me to land to crash land, and I don't like that.
To self-journey, sir.
All right. So, what I'm saying is that he may have looked at the empirical data in Nigeria, that things like this, maybe from the Jonathan era and all of that and all of those. Having said that, the second leg of my thought is that having spoken like this today, I'm expecting, because the man is not immune, that the Department of State Service will give him a presidential invitation, inviting him to their office to come and give further details. If he says that this is there are people, his words that I quoted said there are people sponsoring this, he can give them some information as to, and how he also came to the conclusion that in the year 2026,
27.
no, in the year 2026, we'll be having this kind of attacks leading up to 2027, and then 2 weeks after the election. So that the security agencies, he can volunteer this information that he has. And if he's unable to do that, then they should keep him there and quiz him more. Those are where I was going to. Have I landed now?
No, if you say you are the one who told me you wanted to land, me I've been waiting until you confirm to me that you have landed.
I've landed.
I've
landed.
Okay, sir.
Yes.
You know, let's return to the issue of name. You said they used to call him uncommon governor. That they used to call him, what again did you say? Is it Godwin? You know, they used to call him, is it Stadium?
You know me, that's his name.
They call him Stadium, go?
Stadium. No, they don't call him.
You mentioned Stadium.
No, I say he built uncommon stadium in
now,
New York.
okay, you may not have had, we have different backgrounds.
Yes.
Because I was taught the abstractness of names.
Yes.
That there is nothing that is, if you look at this handset, you know, look at the shape and everything as it is. There is no structural or content relationship between what this object you are holding and calling it Samsung. You understand me? There is certainly no resemblance. So any signification that is named now can be given, it can be the tag or the way to identify any object. There is no relationship between the name and the character of the person bearing it. And if you don't understand again, I'll take you further. There's something we used to call in secondary school guy name. You know, that kind of thing. When you finish, maybe you pass through for one or that kind of thing.
What was your own?
You reach the stage of maybe you start writing letters to girls and that kind of thing.
What was your own?
There is a name that you want to adopt that appears to be more romantic and more stylish and stylistic than the real one your parents give you.
What was your own?
Now that name.
What was your own now?
Well, let me finish. You are trying to obstruct my thoughts. Now that name normally is the better example of how a name does not capture or reflect the character of a person. I want to give you one example. There was one guy in our school. His name was Perfecto, but he was always failing exams. Tell me what was perfect about him. But that was what everybody knew. Yes, I returned to the point. That I want to tell you that there is nothing uncommon. I don't get confused. There is nothing uncommon about gospel like Papa. You said they were calling him uncommon.
Why are you taking as if it's me? It's not you. Are you not aware that's what he calls it?
You brought it here.
So why are you directing and making it personal? I mean, I don't understand.
No.
I didn't connect whatever. I'm painting you a fact that's on the table.
That is
for
what I'm telling you, that
with uncommon transformation.
That issue of uncommon. Yes. We are wasting quality time here to talk. He's not uncommon. You understand me?
Whereas giving you an uncommon insight into Nigeria's security problem.
No, because if it's uncommon, we expect that we cannot be having this kind of public speech that is wandering in terms of logic, in terms of meaning, in terms of contents that matter for the circumstance we have found ourselves. He is not uncommon. That speech ordinarily should be debated by the rest of the Senate and he should answer questions. That speech has presented this government in very bad light. It has shown that the government is complicit in the things that are going on. If a high-ranking person like him would say people are behind this banditry and insurgency, and up till now, government pretends that it does not know who is responsible and where they are located, and then innocent citizens keep dying. And then the same person will stand there to say he does not only know them, but we must prepare to keep dying until second week after elections in 2027. You know, nothing can be more frightening and disheartening than that.
Okay.
So he's not uncommon.
You dwell so much, Mr. Ode, on the uncommon thing because you are so passionately in disagreement with whatever that. But what about the part that I said he should be talking to the DSS, talking to separatists?
If that is a more responsible composure, will have been what you just suggested. He didn't need to go to revenue people where they were thinking of counting money and then confuse people that debt is coming. You know, I've been talking of debts ending next year and the rest. He should have gone to the DSS or whoever at the security agencies and discussed this with them without letting the public get involved in this kind of emotional situation and create fear everywhere. People should be seeing results that attacks are ending, that people are no longer dying, that students traveling from Jos to Kaduna are not being kidnapped on the way, or soldiers are being ambushed and killed by bomb blasts. We need results, you know, not to begin to fire these shots into the air and scare every person that the killer is coming.
Okay, but that's where we are. I'm sure that there will be a lot of discussion around this in the days to come as to getting to unpack what Godswill Akpabio has said. It may also be a true reflection of what we go through. If we understand the Nigerian state, take for example, there are places that were at the height of Boko Haram. It was a no-go area where elections came and elections were conducted in those areas. It was quiet. The Southeast also was an example.
You see, there's another, you are going back to another unfinished debate. That is when the problem of this, where we are passing through today, the problems, the foundation of the police problems we are encountering were laid during that period. When this Professor Atahiru Jaga was INEC chairman. That is a whole another subject of discussion. But people may not understand, but that is the background. That was when they cast the concrete, the template of what we are passing through today.
Yeah, so Akpabio may not be wrong after all from what you just said now.
No. That is different. That is different.
It's not different, Mr.
What I want to say is that
Mr. Ode, it's not different.
For you, it's not different. But let me finish. You will see the difference. See, what Akpabio is saying now is about the moment. You understand me? Mm-hmm. We have changed government. People trusted him and gave him his mandate. People trusted that he's a responsible person. People trusted that he is accountable. People trusted that he can always deliver.
Who?
Akpabio.
Okay.
So they gave him the mandate. Getting to the Senate, they say, "Oh, this man has the pedigree and the trust and confidence. We can give him trust." You know.
That's why I say he was brilliant. You said no. You are.
This one was
not. To everything
no, you see. The man that they always appoint treasurer in the place is not the best accountant in their midst.
You understand? That's subjective.
Yes. But you are. That is. I'm trying to analyze the Akpabio issue. You are making noise and interjecting and confusing.
I'm not making noise. We're having a conversation.
You are saying he's not.
No, you are giving all the identity.
People give you their confidence. People give you their
all the things I said that you were trying to disagree.
People give you their confidence and you use it.
You are agreeing to it. You agree. No. No, you agree. You said, look, if they trusted it because of this pedigree, those were your words.
But because of the pedigree, you are taking them out of context. You are taking them out of context. They gave him their confidence and he abused everything.
Where?
Yes, he's seen the killers. But he's not going after them. Instead of him to take care of it, to tidy up the problem, he's scaring people, shouting back to the same people who trusted him with power to say the killers are coming. They will be here till 2027.
What I'm saying was that, which you also try to deflect, is the fact that we heard and we saw and we witnessed in this country that at the height of the attacks of Boko Haram, leading up to a general elections, or almost even with state of emergency almost being declared or even declared, elections were not going to happen. It said even shifted. If my memory serves, like election days were shifted because of this insecurity. elections still held in those places.
You say want me to
After
break that? When I told you
after
that
this didn't simmer.
that dishonesty,
Even in those,
that
even
dishonesty,
in the
elections did not take place that place. See, that what I'm telling you, I'm calling this INEC chairman, Professor Atahiru Jega. He laid the foundation, he cast the template for the problems we are passing through. He did, that is one election, that is why I say it's a talk for another day, for another forum, for another occasion. Let us debate the possibility or the propensity of election holding in a state that the people were on the wrong. That is when the template of the problems we're having today was cast. Yes. But that does not mean that somebody who has opportunity today, like Apirl, should not end that mistake or correct that mistake that was made then. Instead of correcting mistake, the same people who have been running for more than 10 years now, they are getting exhausted. You say, no, the running has not ended. You have to continue until 2027.
Mr. You know what I don't like is when you and I sit at this table and amplify and dignify a man to the extent of making him so prominent at the expense of Nigeria. Because, for example, if Wiki comes here now, we so dignify and...
What have we dignified now?
What have dignified Apirl?
Apirl has been deconstructed. You were bringing him forward as a man who is uncommon and the right, and I've done enough to deconstruct and demystify the kind of mystical personage you were trying to present.
No. I'm not trying to see that. Why are you personalizing this? I'm not trying to present. I'm telling you that this is what is in the news.
I'm in this studio with Samson O'Malley.
And you called no manner of names today, and I've been looking at you, sir. You call me spokesman of
No. I said
you call why you deny all the things you said today? You call me that. You call me that. I didn't have sufficient understanding as to the matter of this. Thirdly, now you are saying that I personally that I brought him here and I'm calling. Did I give Apirl a common man or common transformation?
No, sir. You are trying to squeeze me.
How can I squeeze you, sir?
And I'm
just saying, I'm telling you the same word. When I say, okay, this man appears to be brilliant, that's why you went ahead to give your appellation. His pedigree is because of his this.
In the context of development, brilliance must be positive.
If Apirl is here today, he hears what you are saying.
Oh, may I be looking for him to meet him? If you can help me, let me discuss with him. Yes.
He's in Abuja. I don't cover the Senate. I don't live in Abuja.
No, but it is irresponsible for you to come now and tell us, as the manager of this place, you said, you begin to think of what to do. Some people are coming from the gate with guns. As a manager, did you close the gate and that kind of thing? You go to where revenue issues are being raised. You know, I don't know whether you want people to carry the money and go home. You tell people that they will be killing till next year, 2027. It doesn't make sense.
Okay. On that nonsense making note, we will get to the phones and hear your thoughts on some of the issues that we have for discussion today. 0064641536. It's a press conference in Silverbirds Rhythm 93.7 Jos. And remember, when you call us, tell us your name, keep it short so that I won't be telling you to wrap up, right? You have just about 40 seconds, and I appeal that you keep it as short as possible. We'll have less than 10 minutes to take your calls and go straight to the point. First caller is on the line. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening. What's your name?
Yeah, thank you. I am Mr. Sunday from Vom.
Sunday from Vom.
Yes.
Okay.
I've been listening to this convention from Delta.
Yes.
Sincerely speaking, we cannot be pretending in this Nigeria. From my own opinion, right from 1999 to today, we have never had the worst president in Nigeria like what we have happened. That is the truth. The man is not talking like it's one speaking. The country is it is a civilized country. He is the one who brings. It means that he knows the people. He knows the solution. But he refuses to do it. This statement, everybody will know that he knows the problem. After we said that, if you say that, people will continue to keep at you after 27 it means that you have the background of everything.
No, he didn't say people will continue to be killed, though.
It's implied.
You implied it.
No.
You implied it.
No, when he said it is only by the 2 weeks after the election that the killings will end, he knows the people. What
He say he knows the people. Let's stay with what he said. he said that I can go back to what he said. Is this implying that you did?
Oh, no,
that
but
is giving, I guess, to people that are saying that.
That is what we are doing here. The analysis. We are to unearth all the implications of a statement.
Let's keep it within the context of what he.
It is within the context.
Okay.
He has to take responsibility for what he said.
Hello, good evening. That's why somebody's already graduating him now. We are assessing him already. He in such a very, very damning manner. Hello, good evening. Welcome to the show. All right. Hello, good evening. Welcome to the show. Hello.
Even in this nature, calling from Tudowada.
An answer from Tudowada. Go ahead, quickly, please.
Mr. Ode, good evening. You see, when you come about your bed, because of election, I agree. I disagree with that statement. If they know how they will stop insecurity, they should stop it once and for all. I don't see reason of Santo Valley arguing over that. They should do what to stop this issue.
What have I argued about election?
Whether election or no election, they should do what to stop this issue.
I have not said they should not do anything to stop it. What have I argued, Mr. Ode?
He has yielded the line to the next caller. 00616415336.
Because I don't want to be misrepresented.
No, he didn't misrepresent you. His comment is free.
Okay, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Well done, sir.
Yes, my name is Anak. I'm calling from Dinangal.
All right, go ahead, Anak, please.
Yeah, on the comment of Akpabio, I'm not dealing with what he said, but there's every possibility. So I think in like making reference to what happened in like 2015 or thereabout before the APC came into power. I'm worried about Babajan said something just like that some weeks back in Kakushe when the people came to church. And people are not struggling like this.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's very possible that they are saying it because they need of a that people are going to fight it. I don't think 2027 election.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir.
We'll be getting it wrong if anybody thinks these killings are a result of the next election. Since this government was inaugurated in 2023, we have been running from one state to the other, one boundary to the other. People are, because as a result of killings. We do all those things as a result of which election? No, but we shouldn't misconstrue this matter.
But the last caller succinctly give it.
And that is why I'm disagreeing with him and whoever thinks that the killings are simply because of the next election. It's not true. Let us appraise this problem correctly so that we'll be able to diagnose it and treat it clinically.
Comments are free, and he's just giving a perspective.
Okay.
That's the same thing you just said.
Okay, sir.
I keep trying to observe you, but you know, a caller called earlier and said, no, comments are free.
So you are taking your own part of play.
But now a man make a comment that is succinct and very intelligent. We say, no, you disagree with his comment. Mr. O. Okay. Hello, sir. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, hello, good evening.
Good evening. How are you, sir?
Yeah, thank you very much. My name is Sadiq Umar. I'm calling from Ichanti Junction.
Okay, Sadiq.
Yeah, God bless you for bringing important topic, especially this comment of the Senate President. You see, it is very, very unfortunate that the House of Assembly were gathered from various constituencies that make up the House of Assembly. But to say that the Senate, which is the number 3 leader, coming out to give information about the insecurity that is happening, and even say that we should watch after election with 2 weeks, it is very, very unfortunate. Without any doubt, that tells you that you know more information. But we are pleading with him. We should not allow people to be dying till after 2 weeks of election. He should do the needful because we don't know who is the next attack that is going to follow. So let them know that the security of the people is depressing. And to be coming out and be telling the citizens this kind of thing is like insulting the citizens. Why they are dying on daily basis.
All right.
And it's coming out to talk like this. Very, very unfortunate.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Welcome to the show.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
My name is Johnson. I'm calling from Karabi.
Johnson from Karabi. Go ahead, please.
Yes. What I want to say is this. Do you know the reason why the ADC are having problems, PDP are having problems? This country, let us understand ourselves. The problem of Nigeria, if we don't unite, this country, even though if we bring anybody, is credible, the seat of presidency. They will still corrupt that very person. They will still disturb the government of that very person, and nothing will go well. What is happening in Nigeria today? Look at it. The terrorism going around is targeting at a particular people. Which people? Let them accept the truth. I'm not saying this because I'm a Christian. It's targeted at the Christians. Let me tell you.
No, please, sir. Let's just keep the comments within acceptable. I said let's keep the comments. Let's not make comments and generalize it, and that does not help our discussions, please.
So what is happening now? The issue of attacking because of the election is coming and there are that. Me, I will agree that because of the election that is coming, I'm not saying what Tinubu is doing well.
Sir, can you wrap up your thoughts? Thank you, sir. 0-0. No, we don't have all the latitude of time. The time is really very short. So we put our thoughts together, hit it, and give the opportunity to others to call, please. Thank you for understanding. Hello, good evening.
Hello, thank you. Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
It's okay. Good evening.
Good evening, madam. How are you?
Madam Queen is calling from Abatua.
All right, Madam Queen, go ahead.
Long time.
Well, it's unfortunate what the Senate President has said. I thought the past Senate President will be the worst. I don't believe that Apirl will be this worst of a Senate President. But it is well with Nigeria. But I don't
Madam
know
Queen,
how,
but what has he done
so now he has
What
said
has he
that
done?
Because of the killing, so all the killing in church, all this killing that has been going on in this country is because of election. So how many people now have he seen? Because he is a politician also. So he should tell us also. Thank you.
Madam Queen, Madam Queen.
That's a kingly display, not queenly.
Hello, hello, sir.
Yeah, good evening, Mr. Thompson and Mr. Kwame.
Good evening, sir.
Hello?
Good
We
evening.
can hear you, sir. Go ahead.
We are speaking with Yakubu from Koborinjazika.
Okay, Mr. Yakubu.
Honestly, we're waiting about the Senate President. So honestly, some of us who are nuclear, we cannot speak this thing honestly. The man is very disappointed to us.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Wow. That's a lucid and succinct one.
I don't know what to say.
He made the point and departed.
Good evening. Welcome to the show.
That's a good evening, Okanda. Great you.
Good evening, sir.
Well done, comrade.
Is there any way people can stop, put a democracy in stop on the next election? In a way, they said it. If any government should set aside for 6 months before election could be conducted, because we need state authority. But the issue of what you know, Apirl is a vulgar somebody. You know what he's doing like this? This is how we be protesting. They've enjoy. Is this language? You say calling a driller. Driller from where? You give their boy 50,000 or 100 to go and buy to a boy, but they have stand for it. Apirl build this in there. For how much? The fiber. Stadium. Yes, we are still pushing because of that stadium. But this is they have been taken back. Let's swap Mr. people. People, I don't know.
Good evening, comrade. Comrade is not happy at all. Comrade is angry. Comrade is just vexed. This is, and he ended on the just. Good evening, comrade. Good evening. Hello, good evening. Welcome to the show. Last call on the show. Yes, good evening, sir.
This is Charles Standard from Jos.
All right, Charlie.
See, I want to ask of Gospel of one day. If this is coming from a common man like I and you, what do you think that will happen? You see, the Senate President started from the case he has with the professor and the way that they're making it. And we have been saying to find that number that those politicians, those our leaders, they know those killers, they know these Boko Haram, they know these bandits, they know where they are. If they want to get them today, I'm able to up to them in 2 weeks.
All right.
They all know what is going on.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Charlie Stainless. That's how much we can take on the show today.
On that stainless note, we'll come back here and see you tomorrow. My name is Okandi Ode.
Good night. See you tomorrow.